Yeah,
Okay.
I
That
don't
was-
very single.
Listen, if I meet the right person, they can spoil me, make me happy, down.
Wait,
Very
did you-
single seems like Coke now.
Agreed, but yeah.
Okay. We just don't want Rattlesnake TV to misrepresent, you know,
Yeah.
the you know, your what you're looking for at the moment. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So, the first thing that we're going to react to today is this came out about 2 days ago. Jonah Hill. Are you guys all familiar with the famous actor Jonah Hill? He was dating a woman two and a half years ago. They broke up. I think he's now having a kid with his new, I don't know if it's they're married or new girlfriend. So I don't know if it was spurred on by the fact that he's announced that he's having a child, or I don't know if the girlfriend gave birth. In any case, ex-girlfriend comes out of the woodwork saying Jonah Hill was emotionally abusive and controlling and manipulative and narcissistic and misogynistic and every buzzword that you can throw at somebody. And there's a bunch of articles on this. So if you can pull that up, Nick. So this is on TMZ. Ex-girlfriend posts his, can you mouse wheel control scroll up a little? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Scroll down. Blasts him as misogynist. Scroll down just a tad so we can read this. Oh, nope. Up. Nope, now you're covering it. Scroll down.
Oh, yes.
Nope, scroll down. Yep, yeah, okay. Jonah Hill's alleged dirty laundry is getting aired out by an ex who's posting what she claims are a ton of old texts from him and painting him as a toxic partner. Surf instructor Sarah Brady, JH's former flame of about a year from back in 2021, is dragging the new actor on her Instagram account, and she's not holding anything back in her repudiation of him as an alleged misogynist narcissist, as she puts it herself. And scroll down just a bit so we can see. That's good right there. So the primary one that we're going to react to is that one on the right. Can you Alt-tab over one? I just want to see what we have pulled up here. Or is it Control-Tab? I forgot. So this is Jonah Hill. I don't know if you're curious, 39 years old. Scroll down just a bit. And every single journal or whatever, they're all writing about him. Glamour, scroll down just a tad. So we got Vanity Fair, Glamour, Huffington Post, People Magazine, Washington Post, scroll down. Entertainment Weekly, just keep scrolling. Okay, I think that's fine. Go to the next one really quick. Yeah, go to the next tab. Scroll down. So Huffington Post, yeah, just like pretty much every Vulture, Daily Mail, Independent, they're all talking about this story of Jonah Hill, misogynist, narcissist, abuser. So we're going to actually investigate the text messages, and we're going to get your guys' reaction to this. Can you go to the next tab? So these are screenshots direct from her. So this is just one of the posts she made, and she says, reviving a pic I took down by request of a misogynist narcissist. So I guess this is one of the photos that he requested she takes down. I think this one's fairly tame, but there were definitely some other photos. Go to the next. Okay, so this is a text from Jonah Hill. She took a screenshot of it and posted on her story. She says, plain and simple, if you need, this is from Jonah, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures, I guess this is a list, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past, beyond getting lunch or a coffee or something. Wait, sorry, what happened there? Why were we not visible in the window tab? Or were we previously in the window tab?
We were in the window tab. Yeah, we were in the window tab. Just made it bigger.
Put it back into the window tab though, please. And you can make it bigger. There's the other GH5 center down there. The eyeball. Yeah, cool, thank you. So friendships with women who are in unstable places from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful. I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings These are my boundaries for romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. So there's a bunch of other screenshots, but we're going to just start focusing on this one to start. So I guess there's a couple questions here, and I'll open it up to you guys. Do you consider this to be abusive? Do you consider it to be, is this manipulative, controlling, or do you think it's reasonable? And then also, do you think it should have been shared publicly? So let's start with you. Burke, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so first I'd like to say that I think that it's honestly pretty respectful of him to state what he wants to find in a romantic partner. And if she is not doing those things, like there are so many people in this world that he can find that would respect that. And I think that it's very like, I love how he said like the boundaries and stuff instead of going off on her or anything like that. Like I think that that's like, I think that's great. Yeah, I think that that's a very mature and adult thing to do. Communicate your boundaries. Yeah.
Well, definitely, I don't think that should have been like shared publicly. Like, personal like tips or like whatever, that should be kept to yourself. And if you get bothered that people like comment on it, like it was your choice to put it out there. But aside from that, like, yeah, I do agree. Like, at least he said what he wanted, and like it wasn't necessarily in like a mean way either.
Yeah, we can pull it back up really quick. Go to the window tab. So, I mean, he says, I'm not the right partner for you. If those things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnerships. So he's saying, like, look, if you want to break up, basically, that's totally fine, respect it. Just this is what I want in a romantic relationship.
I mean, yeah, I feel like he definitely did the best he could in that situation. Like, regardless of like whatever else we don't know about, like, because that could play like a part in her reaction, but it's still not like okay to like put people on blast like that. Even if you're like separated or something's happened between you guys, it's not other people's business to comment on or know about. But especially like if no one's forcing you.
Why do you think she did it?
Why do you think she? I mean, you know, some people emotion over logic when like that's.
Do you think maybe it has something to do with the fact that he just had a child and he's happy?
It could be. It could have sparked up like some old, you know, like whatever issues she had with him while she was with him. It could have sparked it up and made her think about it again. And like, but it's still not okay.
Yeah.
He said it pretty respectfully.
Yeah, and also let's just. It's okay if you know. I suspect that most of us at this table are going to say probably shouldn't have shared it publicly, but you might actually think, well, maybe he was being a bit controlling, or maybe he was, you know, maybe he shouldn't try to restrict what his girlfriend is posting online, or you know who she's associating with and hanging out with. So I don't want you to necessarily like just because she perhaps overstepped by sharing it publicly that she might not also be in some ways. I don't think she would necessarily be wrong for saying, well, hey, I do want to post this stuff, and then the relationship should end there. But perhaps a better way to frame this question, and we will continue going around the table, is would you object to a boyfriend or potential boyfriend wanting to restrict you from posting risque photos online, from associating with like your single female friends who are partying and doing drugs? And we don't know all the details, but I mean, it sounded like she was associating with some scoundrels, let's just say. So
I mean, honestly, you can't. That part is a little bit out of pocket, I'm gonna say. Like, especially if like you met me a certain way and you wanted to be in a relationship with me, knowing that's who I am. These are my friends. This is what I do. After you try to tell me like don't post or don't, but when you first were like meeting me, that's what you saw and that's what you came and got in a relationship with me for. Like, you can't kind of. That part's a little too much. So, but, you know, you have the option. Like, he doesn't agree with that, that's fine. There's plenty of other people that agree with it, but, like, that's mine.
I don't see it as, like, manipulative or, like, anything, like, abusive like that. I could see how people could see it like that, because some people don't like being told what to do, especially when it comes to social media, because social media is a big piece of life, I guess, now. But I mean, as an OnlyFans creator, yeah, it would be kind of hard for someone in a relationship with me to tell me to not post scandalous things online, because that's kind of my job. But you know, there's just some things like hanging out with men with no boundaries is weird. You shouldn't do that when you're in a full committed relationship. And I'm not sure what else he like put up as like the rules. The Jonah.
We can pull it back up really quick just to give everyone a little reminder. So she didn't want him to be surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful.
I agree with that.
Well, you're making a little bit of a...
Because I'm like, what is like something respectable? Like, can I only get coffee with my friend, and like what? Like, excuse me, like exchange little like notes about my recent like escapades, and that's it. Like that. All right, bye. Like that's it. Brunch.
He probably doesn't want his girl like going to the club or the bar with her single female friends.
Single girls are recruiters.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of people in LA that are like involved with a lot of like scandalous, dirty stuff, doing drugs, and just out till like 5 a.m. every night. Oh,
hold on just a sec.
Devon Malik donated $100. God forbid a man emotionally manipulate a woman into being a good candidate to be the mother of his kids.
Word. Yo, Davon, thank you for the TTS, man. Very much appreciated.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, good point. Davon Malik. Is that Davon? Okay, anyways, go ahead. Thank you, man.
But yeah, basically, like, I could see, like, on the way over here, me and Burke were talking about how, like, as a friend, you should be able to point your good friends right or wrong and tell them, and they should be able to, like, take that as perspective. And
do you think that girls tend to do that? Because I find that a lot of the time when girls have single friends, the single friends tend to be recruiters. They want you to come join the single train again.
1,000%. There are a lot of single girls, they look at their friends and they, no matter if they're in the wrong or the right, you look at your friend as like, okay, you're hurting. Let's go out and party. Let's get, let's turn it up.
Do you think that's good advice for a girl in a relationship with a man who has an $11 million house in Malibu?
No, not always. After a certain age, you gotta like, you kind of just, sorry.
It's okay.
You get hurt. You gotta pick yourself up and you got to get your stuff together.
So if one of your friends is in a happy relationship and they have a fight and she's hurting, you'll come and say, let's go party.
Did they disrespect you? Was it overstepping any boundaries?
No, I'm just saying, is that what you'd say?
No, as long as they weren't disrespecting you, no boundaries or overstep, fix that with your relationship. You're happy, you're in love.
Wait, so you wouldn't, as the friend, tell them to come out and party with you? That wouldn't be your advice?
No.
Can I have you tilt your microphone down just a little bit and get a little closer to it? Perfect. Good. A couple of people are saying your mic's a little low.
But why does it matter if you like want to go party with your friend? Like, does that mean like directly like, oh, we're
Put yourself in Jonah Hill's shoes for just a second. So if your girl goes out and parties in LA with her friends, crazy friends from her recent past, and she's like hurting or whatever it is, I'm not sure what the situation was. Don't you think that's a pretty big red flag for Jonah Hill? That his hurting girlfriend is going to go out and party?
100%.
Yes.
Because you know that those single friends are in her ear like, oh, like it's okay. You can just like kiss that guy or dance with that guy. Like I think that's very toxic.
He'll never know.
You'll never know.
And can I ask you guys, just quickly to follow up, what's more unattractive? A man who sets boundaries, like I think Jonah Hill's a bit of a, if I'm honest, but like a man who sets boundaries or a man who has no boundaries?
What's more attractive?
What's more unattractive? What's a bigger turn-off?
Unattractive is someone that doesn't have boundaries because you know that he doesn't have boundaries with anybody else, any other women in his life. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like a man who tells you what to do.
Let's just continue around the table, give everybody an opportunity to weigh in on this. What about you?
I don't think he was disrespectful in what he said at all. He stated his boundaries and he was very clear with it. I think oftentimes women are really quick to throw the word abuse out there. And maybe like in other areas of their relationship, there was like there's a whole scale, obviously, of what can be considered abuse. And that screenshot specifically, though, like he was respectful and he just stated where he was at. And I mean, if you looked at it, turned the other direction, like, and it was her sending the text message, she probably would have a ton of people on her side with it. But it's kind of double standard sometimes.
Yeah. What about you?
Can you go back to the screenshot? I'm pretty sure when I read it, considering the job that I have, I'm going to have to post those pictures. So I'm not going to date anyone that's going to tell me that I can't. I do respect that that's not what you want, though. But he stated right there that he's happy for her. There's no hard feelings. So he did give her the option.
She doesn't do OnlyFans, though. She's a surfer.
She's a surfer?
Like,
well, doesn't she surf in her...
Cute,
I mean, like...
Cute, like, bum photos when she's surfing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, she's taking those pictures for herself. She feels good in those pictures, so she should be able to post those if she wants
Why does she need to post it then? She feels so good.
I feel like it comes down to the intent. Like, I definitely take pictures and I'll save it for myself, but like, I don't know, I feel like it is like getting validation from other people or like most other guys, because girls, you're not really posting for other girls like your body. It's more so other guys.
Sure.
You're posting it because your bum looks cute and you're surfing.
Do we all have Instagram? Everyone has Instagram? You guys post on Instagram?
Yes.
Don't you guys? Oh, you don't post on Instagram?
No,
I don't post bikini photos.
So many green flags over here.
Okay, not bikini photos.
Boyfriend's a lucky man.
Sorry, it's a disappointment.
But we all post photos just to update our lives with people around us. And
Here, we'll come to that once we let everybody answer. Go ahead.
I pretty much agree with everyone. I do want to add that Jonah Hill brought this on himself, and he was making reckless decisions and picking a partner. If he saw those photos, that should have been something that was addressed before entering into a relationship with her. I think all of his boundaries were valid, except for she can't surf with other guys, because I'm pretty sure she's a professional surfer, so it's like a work thing.
Well, I think it's like intentionally going out, like paddling out. I surf, paddling out with a guy, sitting next to him, talking to him. I think it's like in the same way if you just like went on a hang out with a male alone, it's kind of a little suspect. But I mean, so you're saying that because he should have known going in that, well, she was already posting these kind of photos and she was already doing this before they got into a relationship, that it's kind of like, well, you should just accept it now that you're in the relationship?
He should have never gotten into it in the first place if that wasn't addressed.
I mean, it's fair. Like, for example, some of you guys here do OnlyFans. It's kind of like if you date a girl knowing up front that she does OnlyFans and then expect her to stop doing OnlyFans. I mean, you could negotiate that, but it's like, it's going to be a pretty tough sell, I think, unless you're prepared to like fully support the girl at her income level, whatever she was making. But I think what his issue was is I don't think she was like a model. I don't think she was like making money from posting on Instagram. I think it was more hobbyist. And so wouldn't it be fair to say, like, because I think what originally happened is he saw her like cute, sexy surfing photos. So you could argue, hey, I mean, this is what you first messaged when you saw me. Why should I have to take it down? But couldn't you make the argument that like you have no problem she was engaging in what he considered single behavior. But once they started dating, he wanted her to act in a way that he thought was consistent with being in a relationship. And his thing was, well, okay, you were single, you're posting these kind of revealing photos, fine. Now that I'm in a relationship with you, though, I want that to stop.
Yeah, I still think it should have been a conversation way sooner, but I commend him for how he handled it. I don't think he was totally bogus.
Okay. What about you?
What do you want to know specifically?
Well, just, I mean, your reaction. Do you you think it's abusive? Do you think it was manipulative, controlling? You think it's okay? What do you think?
I think when a text message goes out like that looks like it was constructed in notes for like hours and hours, the problem started a lot earlier than when it was sent. My guess is that someone like that probably had difficulty setting boundaries in the first place.